In the first two parts of this series, we delved into Midjourney's C-Ref feature, showcasing its strength in creating a single, consistent character and ensuring costume consistency. After mastering individual character creation, you might now ask yourself, can I create multiple consistent characters in one scene using character reference? Sorry, the answer is no. Character reference only works on one character at a time. If you try using two C-Ref URLs, it will blend them together. It's okay though, I have not one, but two different solutions. First up, we have the pan method. You use C-Ref on one character first, then add the second character by panning to the left, right, up, or down. This will paint in that direction, and you add a new character using a different C-Ref URL in your prompt. This works better in Discord, as a prompt box will pop up when you pan if you have remix mode turned on in your settings. You can then insert changes into the prompt box before submitting. I started with this base image, an astronaut on a salt flat. With the image open in Discord, I clicked on the right pan button. I then adjusted the prompt to two different astronauts. I also added, the astronaut on the right is in his mid-20s with thin mustache, also wearing a white spacesuit with red and white visor. I included an image link to this new character and included CW0 to only pull through his face. Here's the result. The new character appears to the right of the first character. Without specifying, it's even matched his spacesuit to the one the first character was wearing. However, the problem is that these two characters won't interact easily as each character has to be created separately. And that leads us to my second solution, which I think is a better solution, the VariPose Connect method. Using the pan solution may be fine for some situations, but it doesn't allow those characters to interact, like embracing or kissing, like these images, which I created using the VariPose Connect method. I covered this method in more detail in a previous method which I'll link to here. The method for multiple characters is similar to the one we used for one character. Create a split screen image of your couple. Copy the URL of that image. Use the Vary button to paint over one of the images. Paste the URL from step 2 into the start of your prompt. Modify the prompt with your new setting or pose. Paint over the other split image. Insert blank white background to paint over the original split image. Optionally, zoom out or change aspect ratio. Here's the prompt. Two different poses of an Asian American couple, Jenny and Ken. They are embracing and smiling at each other, isolated on a blank white background. Split screen photo from two different angles. Copy the URL of that image. Use the Vary button to paint over one of the images. Paste the URL from step 2 into the start of your prompt. Modify the prompt with your new setting or pose. Use the Vary button. Paint over the other split image. Insert blank white background. Optionally, zoom out or change aspect ratio. If you'd like more detail on this method, you can check out my article on Medium, which I'll link in the description, or you can check out my previous video, which goes into a lot more detail. Thanks, and see you next time.